There we go. All right, kids.
I had the opportunity a few years back to go to Zambia on a missions trip. As we were going through the villages and children that I saw running around, a mosquito to them is a killer. It's something that could take their life. I'm thinking, what's their hope? What's their chances? My kids don't have to worry about having to sleep under a bed net. They get to have the cute little princess bed. For these kids, all they really wanted for their bed was a bed net so that they could make it through their childhood without having to worry about malaria. One of the people on our team was a doctor, and so we thought it might be a good idea to check out some of the clinics and hospitals in the area. We went to University Teaching Hospital in Lusaka. It's the largest hospital in Zambia, and I was struck at how large it was, and yet kind of how run down a lot of the buildings seemed. It was, if you saw that hospital in the US, you wouldn't go in. One of the hospital administrators was kind of giving us a tour. We were taken all around the hospital, and finally, our tour guide took us into the children's wing. It was this large room, and there were just rows and rows of beds full of children and their mothers sitting next to them. We asked the doctor who was there with us, what are the typical things here? He said a lot of them are malaria patients, some of them are AIDS patients, and some have some other things, tuberculosis, and just other ailments. We were taken to what was their version of kind of the intensive care unit for these children. And there were several children laying there dying of malaria and AIDS. These were the kids who weren't going to make it out. Remember, there was one little boy that he sat up and I was able to play with him a little bit, but he was too weak to do very much with. And I remember as we were walking out, I just asked the doctor, I said, what are his chances? And she said, maybe a week. He was too far gone to be able to survive this. And that's just stuck with me. Coming back home, and I have 3 little girls, seeing them and knowing that they've got no fear. They have no fear of this disease. It's not even anything that would be on their radar, not even on their mind. And then I think of the mothers that I saw sitting next to the beds of their children dying of malaria. And it all seems so unfair. It all feels so unjust. And it just, again, it just strikes me that my children don't have to worry about a mosquito killing them. It's just a nuisance to them. So having experienced that, I just can't help but be involved in Imagine No Malaria.